what's your goal right now?
You know, I don't know. I mean, it's just my first step is getting back into the game in whatever way, shape, or form. I don't know how I'm going to perform physically because I'm 46. I haven't played at this level in a long time. And, you know, obviously once you get older, your reaction and everything, your reflexes. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see. Obviously, I've had no spring training, 0, so I may just be forced to go in there and do the best I can and see what happens.
You mentioned that Laredo was the first to give you a call. When the offer came up, were you intrigued at first? How long did you actually study the idea before actually deciding to come down?
I was in shock at first. I thought it was like some kids playing a game or something. You know, they got my Twitter information and they were calling me, hey, you want to play baseball for our team or something? Once I called them back, we spoke, I saw that they were very serious about it. And, you know, we had some talks back and forth about, you know, what it would do about the team, the position of the team, where they're at right now, how much of the season is actually left, what role I would have. I don't think we've defined the role yet. And it's going to be up to the managers and Ray and his brother Jose to see exactly how we'll fit in. I think they would probably have to evaluate me physically to see where I'm at also.
As far as, do you feel you've been blacklisted in a way that
So for what?
like you've been blacklisted in a way, blackballed?
That's pretty obvious. I think people know by now what really happened, especially, you know, after I wrote that book, Juice. But before that, I was kind of blacklisted anyways. But you know, I kind of, when you look back, you always look back and look at the things you regret doing. I definitely regret writing that book because it's completely severed me from the game of baseball in every way, shape, or form.
Do you feel like you're fighting a real uphill battle, or do you feel this is something that, hey, it can be done, and you feel pretty confident you'll get back to the game?
I'm back to the game right now.
Right.
I'm here. So, well, I'm not even thinking that far, to be honest with you. There are kids here who in any way, shape, or form I can help, whether with life experiences, with helping on the field with technique or whatever, maybe playing a little bit, see how I perform. But, you know, I'm probably one of the very few coaches that has done so much and seen so much and experienced so much, whether negative or positive. I think, you know, the younger players can benefit from that.
Going through the whole ordeal, was there anything in particular that you learned about yourself that you take today that, are you a changed man? Are you the same Jose Canseco before the books through this whole progress?
You know, I think age, time, environment, situations, things that happen in your life constantly change you. You know, your physicalities change, your outlook on life change, the things you can do physically change. So I think you're constantly growing, constantly adapting, constantly changing, and hopefully it's for the better.
You mentioned you regretted the whole writing the book. Do you feel it was something that was right, though, that needed to be done?
You know, it's almost like I needed the fans and the public to know why at 35 I couldn't have a job Major League Baseball. Why even when I wanted to play for free, teams couldn't touch me. And, you know, people don't know this, but when I first, you know, went to HarperCollins, the book, the original transcript, didn't have players' names in it. But they said they would not publish it unless it had players' names because nobody would believe it. Nobody would be able to validate it. So I was kind of like, you know, caught in catch-22. You know, the only way I can get my story out there, what really happened in baseball, is to make it valid, to get HarperCollins to publish it, was to mention players. And I regret it to this day because I hurt a lot of my friends. A lot of these players were, you know, respected colleagues, friends, teammates. I knew their families, and you know, I apologize to them in the show that I did, and I still do till today. But I've definitely, you know, suffered the most amongst everybody.
Do you feel like your career is unfairly judged because all the accomplishments are just steroids with Jose Canseco? Did you feel it's unfair?
Well, you know, my stats, if you really look at them, I don't know because I didn't get to hit 500 home runs. But then again, my career was cut short, probably 5 years, 38 home runs, 500. If you were to say, if you were to look at my stats, and I ended my career on my terms, would those stats warrant, you know, Hall of Fame considerations? I don't know. I don't think so. They're kind of borderline. But if I were to be allowed to play for another 3, 4, 5 years, I could have easily reached 600 home runs.
This reality show that you're doing, is there a basic premise? Are you just going along with the flow right now, or what's the basic
I don't know where it is. I don't know what's going on. I think we're taking it just one step at a time right now, and I'm here playing. It's my first entry to baseball, period, in general. whether it be playing, teaching, coaching, in whatever realm it could be.
And your last time you played baseball was when?
Well, at this level, 10 years. But I play in, like once a week on Sunday where all the guys get together, MSBL League, whatever they call it. It's guys 35 and over and aluminum bats. So you have a big advantage. And the pitching is nowhere near close to what the quality is here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not.
Good deal. All right, appreciate it.
Thank you.